Game time. 1-0 versus Moon. Newbie will be represented 3 times in this top 8. One of them is already in the lower bracket. That is Lin. But for 1-0, the chances are not that small to win him here and go into the winner bracket semi-final to make sure that he will qualify for the offline event for $14,600. Our maps are Concealed Hills, Twisted Meadows, and Echo Isles. Northern Isles out, interestingly. Terrana Stand, Amazonia, Last Refuge vetoed as well. So, Undead versus Night Elf on CH. There is a chance for a fast expansion for 1-0 here. But it's hard and easy to punish. And if Moon saw the games of 1-0 versus TH, then he knows that A, the young undead loves to expand these days, and B, there's an easy way to counter it. The greatest of all time steps into the ring. He spawns in the upper right. It is, of course, Jung Jae-ho. It's Moon facing the best newcomer that this scene has seen in many, 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 many years. 22 years old is 1-0, a 2-time world champion. In recent encounters, Moon has won twice in November in the in W League and in the Thunder and Fire Cup 2-0 and 3-0. So 1-0 hasn't won a map since August 2018. But his group stage performance was insane. Moon was struggling a little, but he was facing TH, and there's no shame in losing to TH. So what are we going for? It's a ghoul build. That tells us already quite a lot. That tells us that it should be an expansion, right? Keeper of the Grove for Moon, that's the standard. He was winning the map against TH here thanks to Mountain Giants. Against Undead, we rarely see them. So, yeah, curious what 1-0 is playing. We do see the Sacrificial Skull. Doesn't necessarily mean expansion, but it's very likely that it is. So for Moon, Gloves of Haste. Okay. Wait a second. He's buying the skull and is creeping the crab first? He parked the Acolyte at the Night Elf base. He's not towering, you see. Without a graveyard, no way that's going to work. But it is, if he goes for the expansion, already late. Maybe he's just using the skull for creeping. Or he had to gather a few more ghouls, and then he's running down. He was expanding against Focus recently, and did a super fast expansion, selling his altar and shop. That was freaking crazy. So, okay. Acolyte coming. Skull deployed. DK takes a lot of hits already. This is a very hard expansion map as the creep spot is just so rough to take. Moon is far away though. Moon is not detonating anything here. Moon is not punishing this. He's focusing on his own expansion. And Moon starts to creep as well. I'm not the observer, man. Don't jump to conclusions. I'm relying on this video feed and do nothing. So no tech yet. Goes for a few more Acolytes. This delays the tech a lot. But I think it's a mistake by Moon. By now, everyone should know that 1-0 is starting to do this in basically every matchup. But no Wisp near. And the Expo is coming up unpunished. Little lag. Do you? Come on, catch up. Okay. Trying to restart this. Not sure if it's the entire stream or just me stuttering a little. Okay, I'm trying to restart this. Might take a second. We won't miss too much, obviously, as it's still the early game. Both players are trying to expand. Stream is down. Okay. The Chinese stream collapsed. Let me see if the clean feed is still working. Mr. Gentleman says it's back. Alright. Yep, it's back indeed. Oh, all these ads on the stream. Okay, here we go again. As I said, we didn't miss too much. Little harass going on, but there is an Arubian tower already. It's only Treants. Second engine of war coming from Moon in the middle of the map. Looks like it's gonna be quite a heavy push coming. With Huntress then? Or is it just double archers? Thank you, großer Daumen, for the 7-month resub. So I don't see a Huntress hall, but we haven't been in the base for quite some time. It looks like mass archers. He's been playing mass archers for a long time. But not too often. Oh, even an AP. Okay, Moon didn't want to punish this immediately. Wanted to make sure that he got his expansion and then use all his resources for mass. And Moon had a plan. Moon knew what was coming. And he is prepared. And 120 has no idea about this, as it seems. He gets the shop, that's nice, but he's losing quite a few units already. 39 supply. I don't think he has double crypt, which would absolutely be necessary. Thank you, Kiko's 118 for the prime sub. So kind of an expansion race. But I highly doubt that it's gonna be enough for 120. Forces a retreat. Maybe just a staff. Yep, it is just a staff. Nice preparation for Moon. And with Treants, easily defendable. Also, Wisp burn the mana of this DK. So can't even pressure this. And now, APs are up. DK is staffing back as well. Oh, it is double crypt, by the way. Yeah, Chad is right. One on the base, one at the expansion. Quick reaction by 120 as well, as he saw the double engine of war proxy. And Glaives. Could take this one out a little slow with the reactions, but now the Alchemist is there. These poor ghouls are starting to hurt. DK gets a few kills in the back. He got level 3.5 already, so creeping was great. How long can he keep this crypt up? Against Mass Archers, Alchemist Keeper. With Mass Fiends, maybe. Wouldn't Mass Ghouls be even better? To do run-bys on the Glaives? Not sure. Oh, lots of Wisp here for detonate and repair. I like how well prepared Moon is. But it's a big force of 120 now. 56 supply already. And hunting the wisps. He needs repair there though. Lich is coming with a mana potion. Is this crypt falling? 2 more shots, I guess. No repair. Acolytes are busy mining gold, but he has 720 already. There we go. Okay. But he just lets it go down. No production anymore from this one. And at the moment, 120 is only fighting Treants for quite some time. That means no damage on the Glaives who are starting to get scary numbers. Damn, this push is well elaborated, man. Moon so prepared. Kolnova in the back, getting a little experience, more and more. The thing is, Archers, Glaives, and APs are not good against Fiends. So, he needs a statue. He has a statue, that's great. He has the necessary damage. If he gets a Meat Wagon, that would be awesome early on. And he cannot afford to lose too much HP on the DK. But little miss micro by Moon there, losing a Glaive. And 1-0 got so much experience, man. The Lich is already at like 60% or so. Even more. 0.8. And the Meat Wagon is there. Jesus, 1-2-0. That defense. Has another coil, saves that Fiend, kills more archers. Alchemist also pretty low already. Don't think he has another Nova. But the Meat Wagon is taking care of this first AP. And once the APs are gone, nice deny. Once the APs are gone, he can just storm the backline. Would love to see if he has a shop there for potions. Yeah, this Meat Wagon took care of these APs in so little time. Tier 3 on the way for the Orb of Corruption. Again, the Glaive's a little mispositioned, I guess. Ziggurat falls. 1-0 should be supply stuck now, but so is Moon. 2 kills again. Whenever he uses his spells, it's a kill. Acid Bomb. Not applied over the poison, over the entangle. And he's just ignoring this AP. How many kills were there? So many skeletons taking care of the archers. Moon's micro seems to be a little off, actually, today. Nice detonate, though. Making sure these archers survive. More Fiends. Double crypt in the main. He rebuilt it next to the Necropolis. Tier 2 only. More upgrades. That Meat Wagon must survive. There's kind of no mana on this DK. Did he use a mana potion right there? Yes, he did. And it's Archer hunting time again. My god. This Orb of Corruption now comes in so handy. Moon doesn't have a staff. And now it's cleanup time. These Glaives are falling like flies. He lost a couple of Fiends as well, yep. But the backline is so much support. And there's constantly coils, as there's no mana burn. Wisps not used. Poor, this defense was sick. But Moon continues to push! Alchemist about to die! But runs it off. Does he have a solution against the treants soon? Moon sends in wave after wave of these trees. It's nighttime. He's not healing up. Moon is losing time there. Sick push, but what a sick defense. 1-0 is investing so much into items, but he can. Because he has the Expo. And now, again, time for the shop to die. Wisps were hurt, taken out. Oh, these clutch cards. The Destroyer's up. He has the spell. Has to be super careful with it. Poison Ivy on the Lich. Needs a coil. Gets it. Alchemist and Counter Focus has a potion. Can he take him out? I doubt it. Still chasing him. Still chasing him. Invests the coil and the Alchemist dies. This is GG. Crazy defense. A crazy defense by 1-0. Not being punished very early on in TH style. Moon thought, okay, I have a different idea about this. And it looked really good. The APs came up without any punishment. He had a good amount of archer, but the crypt fell. But TH had such a strong decision making in when to tech, when to mass, what to do. He always had it right. Sick. Sick defense. 1-0 still without a single map loss in this tournament. One to 0 never loses with expansion. Well, watch the game against TH. He absolutely does. I don't want to lean myself too far out of the window, but in this shape, I think 1 to 0 is unstoppable. So, what we learned here, or what we might have learned here, is you have to punish this early. And I think you have to detonate against the Blight. And maybe Moon took a little too much time in the very early. Once again, a big thank you to every single mod who is keeping the chat clean, and to everyone who is updating the scores over at Liquipedia. You make my life a lot easier. Oh, are you really starting the happy discussion? Oh, come on. No, you don't. That's so unnecessary. Just stop it. Let's just embrace the place of 1 to 0 right here. So, what were the maps? I totally forgot. Did we see the maps actually? Or were we a little too late? But it's quite funny that you have to start vetoing fast expansion maps against Undead. Like, even Concealed is a tough expansion map with that creep spot right there. I saw it, but I can't remember. Nice team. Team Small Brain. TM and Echo? Okay, thanks. TM? That would be the first time in this tournament, I think. So as always, it takes some time until the next Moon game starts. He is taking a lot of time. Every time. So later today at 8, we have the WGL American qualifiers. Including... Oh, no, wrong. Misclicking like crazy. Including Hitman, Hunter, Walter, Cruncher, Hatred, Pride, OC, and Deuce, who won the qualifier, the wildcard qualifier yesterday. So a lot of players from Dust and Rage. It's basically Dust versus Rage in that qualifier. All 8 players are either signed up by Rage or by Dust. So here we get the confirmation on the maps. Twisted is next. Oh boy, haven't seen this in a long time. So both players can expand like crazy here. This map could last forever. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's match points for 1-0, of course, as it is all best of 3 here in the playoffs. And one more map for the Undead means offline event for the Ascension phase. Close position, bottom left is Moon with a super unusual creep route. Starting at the shop. I haven't seen this working. I haven't seen this working, I think, ever. But okay. We have a DK again with the ghoul build. So, is he expanding here as well? It should be doable. If you can creep the natural on CH, then you should be able to creep this as well. I hope they're not playing Gargs. So 1-0, I'm pretty sure he saw that creep spot. It's not too far away from that base. But 3 wisps, okay, that should be enough though. And apparently it is working. Engine of War is still very healthy. No ghoul rush over. And the DK is controlled fairly well as well. Nice detonate before the coil arrived. So still 0 experience on the DK. Can he get some last hits? Oh, too late. Rare miscalculation by 1-0. Didn't use the mana, so it should be fine. And yeah, having the rune braces on the keeper, level 2.5. Sweet start from Moon. Sweet, 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 sweet start from Moon. Lots of experience. Great item. Was it Tome of Experience, by the way? Yeah, right? Kind of must be. So tier 2 on the way. 1-0 didn't get anything done yet. But ghouls are moving out. Does he have a skull on his DK? I don't think so. No, he doesn't. So it's just creeping. Actually sends him back. How dare you to threaten Moon on Moon Meadows? Engine of War is healthy, can't kick it with skeletons. Don't know how fast the tech is and what his idea late tech is. So far, 1-0 seems very indecisive in his decisions. Moon is scouting, nice. Merc camp now, okay. Shadow Priest against Entangle. But this is level 3, super early on. But okay, he's getting level 2 as well. With this. And Wand of Mana Stealing, eh. Is there an expansion already in the north? At a rat spot? Wow. Wow. This will not be scouted. most likely the first out of many. Out of many expansions. So if 1-0 scouts this, he's the king of like intelligence. Lich second, but Keeper is just annoying now, making sure this expo comes up, buying time to build an army. We see a Hunter's Hall, by the way, so most likely Dryads. There's no coverage from 1-0 on the map. He's sending one unit out now, focusing on his own level 3. But if he wants to expand at some point, this bottom left is not the best position for it. So what is it? Pick it up. Pendant of mana for a keeper? Hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah. Moon with the early game of the ages. Tome of Experience, Rune Braces, Pendant of Mana. Let's go. Okay, I kind of did see it wrong. It was no Hunter's Hall then. But mass air, that explains the amount of archers. And he is expanding right there. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. We have a fight here with a lot of Moonwells. Trying to snipe the archers again, but we do have air now. Not sure if there's web yet. Wisp snipe. He gets the second engine of wind, or was it the shop? One of the two buildings he got. But ghouls are disappearing, skeletons are disappearing. I don't think there's much to win here for 1-0 at this point. Oh, it was the shop. Cool to take track of that, so there's no staffs. And he can entangle everything. Thank you, Testy Test, for the 7-month resub. Whoa, clutch coil again. Keeper's a little far away, and this fight bought time for the expansion in the bottom left. But still, there's gonna be a lot of hippo production in the main, and if this is scouted in the bottom left, he can just harass the acolytes all the time. Everything is hurt. Oh, no coils anymore as well. By the way, thanks for putting back mana bars, bitches. Nice micro saving that fiend, but the second one cannot. And that's lots of losses for 1-0 here now. Expo is up. Okay, but same goes for Moon. There should be a tier 3 tech for 1-0 by now, but he needs the statue to work overtime. And the export just has to be scouted. Oh, wait. It's not tier 3. Not on the way to tier 3 yet. With 3 towers, maybe holdable. Another way of preventing the expansion is, of course, just be in his face right away. And that's what he's trying to do. But with 2 fiends only, there's always so much damage. Shadow Priest falls. Oh, that's level 4. And oh, that coil was sweet. Trying to block this DK. Using the entangle now. Man, 120 is getting pummeled so far. But late game undead, that's where they shine. But against Rune Bracer and so much mana, I don't know. Wow, he's desperate for expansion, for experience. And now Moon sees the expansion. And he has a big air army. Oh no, he doesn't. They expire before. But he must have an idea. Since there's so many fiends all the time and potions, he must know, just checking the inventory, that 120 has additional income. No second expansion, nowhere. Yet. Oh, look at the amount of fairy dragons. 50 supply against 67. Yeah, 2 towers. Okay. Hydrostone for upgrades. And he sees the expo. Piercing isn't good against towers. And of course, fighting on Blight is always welcome, but you can't stay on that Blight for long. Level 2 for the Lich, finally. But losing fiends everywhere. I mean, this is, at this point, very one-sided. I didn't even, like, did he sell the Pendant of Mana or is it on the Alchemist? Would quite surprise me, actually. But maybe Acid Bomb is more important. Oh, he sold it. Still, Keeper always has a lot of mana. So we need destroyers, but the tier 3 tech is so late. Lack of orb and lack of dispel. That's what's hurting 120 the most. Rune braces for him as well. He would love to give these rune braces to a fiend. Like, come on. Survive the entangle, please. Oh, tier 3 is so late. And that's exactly what I meant. Like, this harass. Yeah, 120 is prepared. He has these 2 towers up. But it's getting less and less repair. He's losing more and more acolytes, and he can just fly away. 1 or 2 losses, okay. But he just turns around and decides to fight? Nah. Quite astonishing that 120 is still in this game. But I absolutely fear for him. Denies a lot of experience, that's nice. Close to level 4 on the DK, but Poison Ivy, all the damage once the Acid Bomb is applied. So sick! One entangle and he's dead. Even right next to the statues. Oh, Death Pact! So no level 2 aura. That will hurt him, but that will keep him alive for now at least. Don't actually know the cooldown of Death Pact. A little greedy for this DK here. Losing a bit of HP. But this should all be fine. I'm quite surprised that Moon is not expanding for a second time or so. But I think it's the right choice. To keep 120's numbers low. We're going to tier 3 and 2 crypts are up. Can he produce a lot of fiends then? And with an orb, kill more units? I think Moon is just playing this perfectly. Never fighting into towers, never fighting into the base, still getting like 1 fiend per minute. DK is low as well, has to sacrifice another fiend for his survival. And again, 70 supply. Now he's even fighting in the base. And for once, a Night of Players going for the statues. I don't give a shit if there's towers. How many fiends died? 20? So what else will we see? Except upgrades. Is he doing something fancy now that he kind of knows that he has this game? I think you shouldn't do that against 1-2-0. Second expansion, by the way, coming for Moon. This was to be expected at some point. But maybe this is the end already. Another Death Pact. He's denying a lot of experience. You can give him that. Oh, the coil arrives a split second too late. This game is traumatic. So there we go. Lich with an invul and a coil that exposes the fiends. Ah, not resulting in a kill. Nice. Coils are most of the time so good, but you can't... Oh, that Nova was big, actually. And that expansion's up, but... The orb is helping now, and this spell is helping as well. If his reactions are fast enough. With the Shadow Priest earlier, it wasn't really. That spell was a little sloppy. Moon now making sure a second expo can start and creep a little. If he seriously comes back into this. He's at 66 supply. I told you, man, tier 3 will change a lot. And apparently it does. Tier 3 now. He needs a crazy good fight with crazy good kiting. But I think this fiend position is not really made for that. Still in range for a lot of these fairies. Yes, he's webbing a lot. He has a heal scroll as well. I don't know if that's a solution against a single target. And almost a second fiend falling here. A few of the fairies are low as well. But another fiend falls. He's a little slow with the coils in this game. Still at 65 supply. There should be reinforcements. Can he kill the alchemist somehow? There's a level up on this lich. Know what level 4 means. Nova onto the keeper, interestingly. Does he have a coil somehow? Oh, rune brace on the alchemist. Nice, he swapped that over. As he knows his second hero is hurt and he will be nuked most likely. But the lich is out of mana. TP out by Moon. Doesn't want to fight without the alchemist. And Moon lost a lot. Like 10 supply or so? We have equal supply. How much did 1-0 kill? Jesus. It didn't look that much. Dude, the Necromancer is coming back. Can he survive this fight again? His Fiend army is split, so again not the best position. DK level 5 now though. Coils just got a lot better. The Alchemist still hurt. Nukeable. Don't know the mana situation on the Lich. Okay, he doesn't have a Nova. He's rescuing a lot more Fiends than I thought he would. Invo Potion on the Alchemist to prevent that nuke. He has quite some coils and also Novas now. I think he used Dark Ritual. Oh yeah, baby, does he have mana? Is the Alchemist about to fall, despite the Rune Bracers? Is he nuking through that? Doesn't seem like it. There is! There it is! Coil Nova Alchemist down. Level 4 hero dead. I would love to know if the staff was ready. Seems like it. Seems like it. 120 is denying so much experience. He's getting so much mana. Oh, Moon. This was such an easy game for you. Thank you, Hirschbimbo, for the 31-month resub. And now the altar is gone. That's a gigantic investment from the tavern to get the Alchemist back there. I mean, he has 3 bases. He won't care too much. Nice positioning by 120 to catch a few more fairy dragons. Someone in sad chat, if 120 turns this round, he will eat his PC. I want proof. Moon is dropping so hard in supply. From 75 to 55. And he scouts a lot. Like, a lot. It's still 3 base versus 2 base though. And there's the Tree of Life, attackable. Little Congo line, level 5 Lich all of a sudden. How long did it take to get this Lich on the road? Main gold mine's down. Fiend damage coming in. Moon is a little slow, but I think he's still in time. Yeah, the tree is burning, but that's about it. So, massive Night Elf army. But 120 is again kiting. Statue's not healing at the moment. Alchemist is back. Does have the Rune Bracer, so maybe the Keeper is nukeable. Where's the Dispel? There we go. Nice coil, nice Dispel. Exposes the other Fiend over there. So Moon is getting a kill. He can just run away at the moment. Damn, these two. This kiting will continue from the upper left to the bottom right, most likely. Is he taking this fight now? He shouldn't. He absolutely shouldn't. There are 3 coils, though. Trying to nuke the Alchemist again, but needs to coil on the Lich. There's no way around it. I feel like Moon is winning this fight. Moon is pretty much owning this fight for now. Or the Alchemist again. The Alchemist again! Healed scroll being used, and the Alchemist saved. This time he got the staff. But this exposes the Keeper. Man. Moon just flipped the switch somewhere. And starts to wreck this undead, but not allowed to lose the Keeper. What's this Observer doing? Keeper being chased. Needs to get to the shop. Invul maybe, TP maybe. He has the gold for sure. Or will he be killed by Coil Nova? Oh, he will! Invis Potion too late, and the first hero's down on level 5. This prevents Tranquility for such a long time. And 120 gets level 6, therefore Aura level 2. Kiting so much easier now, and the Invul Potion. By God, this comeback is a miracle. But 120, to be fair, needs a lot more army. Red spot now. Okay, wants this big item. Ring +4. Still 2 bases versus 1 as the main gold mines are collapsed. No Fiend anymore. Not a single Fiend anymore. Moon moved his Tree of Eternity all the way back. Keeper so close to 6. being bought back at the tavern. Lich wants some monies. 120 is not expanding for the second time. How is 120 at 64 supply? It must be all in the base? This is never, ever, ever 64 supply. Okay, there's a little exodus from the base. Look at this mass of fairy dragons. Man, sound like a sheep. Nova doesn't do anything to the Alg. One kill, 3 kills. Oh, Twisted Meadows. You deliverer of awesome games. And this is certainly one. This Tree of Eternity. How will it not fall? Three towers still at the expansion. This might force a TP. We have Tranquility. This is not gonna cost any HP for Moon. But he trades it against the tier 3 base. So might be worth it. Thank you, Knubberquakes, for the tier 2 subscription. 9 months now. Thank you. And glad to have you here. So, Tree of Eternity gone. Expo still up, but crippled. It's so many fiends now. Can he reach with a level 2 aura? Nova first, Coil after. It's not the most ideal nuking. Thanks to the ruined braces. But this will continue. Ah, staff. Okay. Another expansion right there. How long will these expansions hold? 120 at one point has to expand again, right? This is like a repetition. They're once again at the shop. This time there's an invul though. Block. He has to go for the TP. Ah, fucks up the block. And finally he's attacking the base again. This he should have done ages ago. But he's not breaking it. How many kills with web? Not a single one? That's rare. And Moon is expanding for the 4th time. Close to level 5 Alk. One fairy. Okay, yeah, that doesn't do anything. Finally, Moon is playing this smart. Harassing and expanding. 120's life depends on this expansion. 60 supply, no income. $2,000 gold remaining. So many fairies. And creeping up. Level 5. Okay. Level 6 and level 5 for the Night Elf heroes. Level 3 Acid Bomb is so sick. What are the statues doing there? A little out of position. 900 gold for Moon. Looks like Moon is back in shape and back in control. How much supply does Moon have by now? Must be 80, right? No coils, but the micro saves him. For now, this one's dead. So, 1 web, 2 web. Not enough. Should he burrow some fiends like Lucifer did on Concealed Hills recently? I like that move. Burrow fiends, let the fairies attack your expansion a little. Out burrow, web. But maybe it's too many of them already. They are fighting forever. Moon's upper left expansion is dry. So still 2 base versus like 1.5 base or something. Again, a few kills for these fiends. The fairies are so cheap and disposable. Constantly forces 1-0 back to his expansion. To get the kills. And to get some saves at least. Level 6 Lich. So I guess it's then Dark Ritual. I would be very surprised to see Death and Decay. It's 52 supply only, but it's high level heroes. Still 20 supply. Next expo up in the upper right, so Moon again on 3 bases. It's so astonishing that Moon let him back into this game and how he fought back into this game. But Moon just... either he had the critical mass all of a sudden, or he flipped the switch and started to play seriously again. So, Town Portal home. Again, how many kills will he get? Ah, it's just a TP trade. Easy. He's delaying the mining by so much. So I guess the Lich is coming with Death and Decay. Yeah! Okay! With staffs and statue region, maybe not the worst ultimate against this. And Moon is not there in time. Or is he? Can he let this go through? Oh, the Lich last second coil! Invul needs the right clicks here. Nova against the Wisps, maybe. DK has a TP. Is he forced into it without getting the... Yes, he is! Without getting the expansion. No, no, and the Lich! He overcommits! That must be it. This expansion stays at 16 HP. But Moon is there in time. What a game. What a freaking game. Going for that Death and Decay, but Moon was at the shop. Getting the town portal, reacting just in time. What an epic ending to this game. And that was only map 2. We get our decision on Echo Isles. Yeah, I realize this now. It wasn't a TP trade. It was a staff fake that forced Moon back into the upper left. That made it possible for 120 to attack that expansion. I'm sorry. But yeah, makes it even more epic. Sick game between the two. This is what you get. And this is the first time in 9 months. No, actually, that was the first map. This is in this series. This is the first time in 9 months that 120 is winning a map against Moon, but he's back now on Moon Meadows. He equalizes this. The winner is qualified for the Ascension phase, is qualified for Shanghai, and will face Focus or Life later in this tournament. The loser drops down, and yeah, we're gonna have Lin and either 120 or Moon in the lower bracket. That's how stacked this tournament is. Better ending than Game of Thrones. Oh boy, I can't wait for game 3. Could be... I would love to see a Dreadlord Lucifer style, but very unlikely with 1-2-0. So who are you betting on, guys? Moon or 1-2-0? Who's taking it? Who's winning the last map? Come on, vote, 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 vote real quick. I want a fan vote. I want a poll. It's not who you're rooting for. Who do you think you win? Who do you think you win? Will win. Echo Else is next, by the way. Moon One Twisted, yeah. What a back and forth between them. Seriously, crazy shit happening. And as always, starting the next map if Moon is involved always takes a little. But these items, man. Ruined Braces. Maybe Ruined Braces saved him the game. I mean, without Ruined Braces, you position yourself differently and stuff, but they soaked up so much damage. $50-50 here in the poll. Slight edge to Moon. Monster at 1030. Love it. Damn. Chat is torn and divided. Let's go. Map 3. Decision time! Man, we started this day with TH and Lin. We continue this day with 1-2-0 and Moon. And we still have Lawlight, Infi, and Focus and Life coming up. Plus the lower bracket. I play, you win. Thank you for the 5-month resub for the Horde. The Horde will be present later with Lucifer. With Lucifer. God damn my brain. With Focus and Lin. Alrighty. Ghoul Open is pretty safe. Expo or no Expo? That's the question. Moon is going Keeper with this build. Or, yeah, must be Keeper, I guess. Again, the double Ziggurat. Again, the Ghoul build. This looks again like an expansion. Is this base to expansion distance bigger than on Concealed? Or is it the same? I think it might even be a lit. I'm not sure. So this time, Moon has a Wisp kind of nearby. Oh, did he deny that? And Circlet or Gloves. TP sold. Gets the Wisp. That's big. Can't use the Wisp for the detonate. First coil is gone, but whatever. Huntress Hall early. Ooh, is this another AP push? Like he played on Concealed Hills. Second coil gone. Circlet, nice. But the Keeper is there. This time he's harassing right away. It's not a free expansion. 120 gets the last hit there, though. Also the skeletons on the other one. So level 2 guaranteed. Level 2 for the Keeper as well. Tons of skeletons. Here come the Wisp. He needs to snipe them somehow or build another Ziggurat fast. Does he have the lumber? Does he have the resources? The detonate is coming in. The Blight is gone. But he gets the Keeper is around. TP out. Both players with good success. But it's again a push coming. But if 120 now is transitioning into something else, Moon is like Mass Huntress or something? He's teching. I don't think he should force the expansion now. Expo by Moon. Okay, he's trying to set it up. Doesn't have the resource at the moment anyway. Oh, again the detonate. The coil a little too late. Would love to see a tech comparison. Okay, he's not going double crypt yet. Going for Fiends though. Moon is gathering an army. Again, detonate forced. Moon is gathering an army, but it's also not too impressive. But with Huntress, he can constantly attack this and be annoying in the north with the Keeper of the Grove. Very hard to decide what to do now. 2 skeletons, 3 skeletons. There's another corpse. Waiting for the rod to cool down. Is he just killing it with skeletons alone? Detonate coming in. Nice split though. He has one more Wisp nearby. Needs to kill it. Or split the skeletons. Dude, Observer! Okay. Got it. And the Acolyte is down as well. Moon with good success in the early mid game. Lich coming, tier 2 done. Moon still without a title this year. Made it into 2 finals. There was both against TH and both he lost. Nerub Tower is up, but he needs to wait so long for the next Acolyte. Moon level 3 with this? Yes, he is. Okay. Trying to expand now. The Tree of Life is heard. The Nerubian Tower is a big weapon. Decent micro on that as well. Lich is coming for Nova. He has quite a few sources of damage. Oh, Entangle though. DK is in a surround. He doesn't have a TP anymore. He can't fight out. Oh, can he? No. Moon closes this again. Brilliant play. Saw the weakness. Saw that there's no escape. And almost no damage. And then, boom. DK dead. Getting that surround might have gotten him the winner bracket semifinal. Everything is so low. If only an alchemist would be here now, but I think the AoE of the Huntress is enough. He has to cancel this expansion again. And tier 3 is delayed by so much. So well executed by Moon. Detonate again. No skeletons. And the ghoul are all about to fall. Whew. Moon seemingly continuing his win streak against 120. Would be the third series in a row that he wins. And would give him the lead in all-time comparison, as it's 4-4 between them now. Trying to block, doesn't work, more experience. He got 90% of level 4 in that fight. And DK is still a level 2. Moon finally can play with his dryads, his beloved dryads. That's what you get when you don't have to spell and go for your TP. Sell. Entangle, hunts around. It's not the hardest thing to do. Was a sweet surround though. And he kept it close very nicely as well. But he's still not giving up. I like that fighting spirit here. We've seen this differently from 120, to say the least. Hunts are not scaling well into the late game. And Dryads are fightable as well with a good Lich. So there is a reason he stays in this, but he's facing expansion. We all gotta be aware of that. So he got level 3 finally. Lich has a claw. Can we build a super Lich? Close to level 5. Solo Keeper means he cannot be staffed. He doesn't have a TP. Is he nukeable later? I feel 120 still has some chances. He needs another Ziggurat though. Stuck at 40. He has the Alchemist. Okay, that's important for later. Got a feeling that this will turn into a nail biter real soon. Still no double crypt though. Does he need that? Against Dryads? Not really, right? 1,600 viewers, by the way, before 11 AM. Even without sound. That's pretty cool. So this is level 3 Lich. Even more damage, of course. Scouting goes well. Did Moon repair the gold mine? I'm not so sure. But it's a big army of Moon. But not the best army. Ooh, this fiend. Getting caught with an acid bomb and will most likely die. Would love to see Burrow. 2 Huntress kills to start this. By the way, again, no mana bars. Needs a coil soon, but there's 2 targets, Lich and Fiend Herd. 120 is microing so crazy, but he can't prevent all kills. Heal scroll to keep the treants up. Nice. So he needs another dispel on them. Trying to split, but just a little too late. Another heal scroll. Nice that he got it. That was big. But 1-0 is like half the supply or something. Kind of. And we have level 5 in the keeper. Even more treants now. Needs to use the heal scroll soon. I'm kind of curious why Moon is splitting the damage so much. It's a lot of experience up for grabs here. The Destroyer's doing a good work. But he's not last hitting too well, actually. Okay. 2 of these Hunters down now, but gets the Fiend in return. DK level 4. Is it Dark Ritual or Aura? Against Slow would be nice to have Aura too, of course. But seems like all Fiends are gone. Moon lost a lot as well. But not nearly as much as 1-0. Now fighting on Blight. Statues and heroes and 1 Destroyer only. The Lich has to carry in the absence of Fiends. He is the damage. Nothing else. And the Dryad Slow comes in very nicely. Nova basically useless at this point. As it's only Dryads. This is such a signature Moon series. Winning TM with Mass Expos. Winning Echo with Mass Dryads. Oh, and a surround again. That was gorgeous. And that's Moon in the winner bracket semifinal. GG by 1-0. The streak continues. Moon on a 3-0 win streak against 1-0. That didn't work out at all. The initial harass was too good. And then 1-0 stood no chance in the end. An overwhelming mass thanks to this expansion. The hold of the expansion also super important. Moon, in these clutch situations, he was there. And he had the right army, the right composition, the right switch of a strategy as he wanted to go for a very hard push early again, but cancelled that as the expansion was cancelled. I'm not too sure if forcing this expo was the right thing to do for 1-0. Maybe Gargs would have been a lot better. I think Gargs would have been a lot better actually, since he had a pretty big tech advantage. And he was a little unlucky with the expansion in the bottom right, but that was a cool series. Moon 2-1 advances. We will see him tomorrow again, where it's all about the seedings. But today is about survival, and Moon survived this. That means he is qualified alongside TH for the Ascension phase, and 1-0 joins Lin in the lower bracket. 4 more series here today. We're going to continue with Infi versus Lawliot, a classic in Warcraft since 2015. And as the last game of the winner bracket, we have Life versus Focus. On paper, name-wise, maybe not the most exciting thing, but Focus currently, I would say, the best orc in the world. And Life had some very interesting strategies against orcs. So I'm looking forward to those matches. I hope to see a Warden from Lawliot, obviously. If you like what we do, then feel free to leave us a follow here on Twitch or on our socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, providing you with a lot of information about the project, about the scene, about our streams, whatever there is. It's a good way to connect to us as well. And a second. You can also throw us a little donation if you like via Streamlabs. That is doable via PayPal, credit card, or cryptocurrency. You can also buy our merchandise at shop.backtowarcraft.com or use the Amazon referral links if... Yeah, that was unlucky here, by the way. If you buy something off of Amazon and use our ref link, we get a 5 to 10% share without you paying any extra. We've had 2 cool series today. And hopefully this trend will continue. We went full distance twice, and I expect nothing less than this in the upcoming 2 games. Moon, in the end, took some time to get into the series, but was the better player. We go into a small commercial break for 10 minutes, as you see. We make it a little shorter. We make it 8 minutes and then have a little Q&A. So stay tuned.